Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Gloria Parra here. Today we will be diving into the Hard Candy Christmas collection by Simple Stories. And I must admit, this is one of my favorite Christmas collections in the industry right now. So I love the colors. I love, those bright teals and pinks and reds and beautiful, beautiful friends. It has like a whimsical style, just a playful collection. I love it. And I've already created like 4 or 5 layouts for my Scrap and Learn projects. If you're not aware of what Scrap and Learn is, it is a community we put together with 2 other friends, Andrea Lake and Celes Gonzalo, and we put together a couple of virtual retreats a year. So yes, this was a festive edition, and I had this collection to work with, and I was in heaven. I can't share them quite yet with you, but they were super fun. So just let me show you a little. Since I already worked with a couple of papers, you will see that I have pieces left, and this was a great paper that I stitched. And you see we have those beautiful colors. I created a shelf layout inspired in this one. Let me show you. Super fun, friends, in this design here. So we have lots of ephemera in this collection, lots and lots of possibilities. So it has that candy themed all throughout, and there's a sweets bit that's just focused and all the candy that you would find during Christmas time. So just an awesome one to do. And we created like a wreath layout full of candies and those fun elements in my event. And this is the bits and pieces that's a little more like varied. So we get trees, ornaments, and just your more common Christmas icons. We get, of course, the journaling bits with lots of possibilities to tell your stories, and the big bits that I almost used up on my class there. So today, friends, I want to focus. I'm missing doing an ornaments layout. So for this chance, I want to use this paper, bring in a couple of extra ornaments from the ephemera packs. So I have a couple of them here, and we will do something really fun. We will fussy cut this little corner here, tuck papers, and just play with this pattern here that I just love. And sometimes it can be a little weird to have that corner. You don't know how to include your photos. So we're gonna find a fun way to do that. So let's start with this pattern paper, and you will need a craft knife. We will go ahead and cut around the ornaments. I think I've done this technique before. Not sure if it's on one of my videos. I will try to link it if I've done it. But I love fussy cutting the corner in this kind of papers. The ones that you get with a very fun corner here, printed corner, and we can just tuck things under. We can tuck up pattern papers, photos, and just make this little details pop up a little and be a little more dynamic. So let's start with that. Bring in your craft knife, and we will start carefully cutting around. So don't start quite at the top, because I don't want papers to go up here. I think I will start more or less here, and you will slowly follow that shape, leaving a little border all around. Okay, and you don't have to come in all the little spaces. Just try to play with the shape, and I hope you can see it. I'm going to try to come a little closer. So I went here on this little bell and came here down to the ornament, to the rounded ornament. So I'm sorry, friends, if I don't know the exact names of this ornaments, but I know you will get them. And if you prefer to cut with scissors, that's also an option. You know, you can come in. Let me show you. With a pointy scissor, and you can cut around. So here I'm bringing in my cutter bee, and I will just lift my paper and follow that shape. So I usually start with a craft knife, and when I've cut a good portion of my paper, I can go in with my pointy scissor, the one that you use to fussy cut things. That one will work perfectly. So very carefully follow the shapes, and you know, on some places it will be easier to cut with your craft knife and then come in with your scissors. And this is not hard at all, friends. You just need to take your time and do it slowly so you don't mess up the paper. All right, friends, I have my corner here all cut up, and I know it's not looking pretty, but I did something else. And of course I had to. I just added a little hand stitching on the ornaments. They were just too good not to do that. And since I had a little time during some lessons of my girls that they take in the afternoons, I just grabbed my thread and created a couple of stitches on those ornaments and on a few others that you get in the pack. So I think I'm gonna try to incorporate that and create a little corner of, of hanging ornaments there. So I have some beautiful photos of my girls from 2020, and look how small they were. I love that my youngest one was in that phase, that they don't know how to quite smile yet, so they frown all their face, and I just want to remember that face. And my idea, friends, here, before moving on to the photos, is to bring a piece of this asterisk pink paper, and I've cut this at 10.5 by 10.25. Okay, so I'm gonna have the 10.5 here. Let me just try to put this behind my ornaments there. And you see, I've tried to left the same margin. I tried to leave the same margin on both sides. So let me move this a little bit. So I will have, I'm just checking my centimeters here, but it's 3/4 on one side, and I should have the same 3/4 on the other. So it's 2 centimeters, 3/4 and 3/4. Okay, so I want to have that there, and that way you can see the ornaments better. I was thinking that maybe I could bring in my corner jumper here and round this corner up. So let's try that. Hopefully I like it. Just to make the corner softer. Let me put that up. And the corner jumper has 2 sides. I'm using the wider one. This is very, very small, and the other one is 1/2 inch. So let's round that corner and tuck it in again. And I will have to cut this a little bit, a tiny bit, but I'm gonna do that when I have everything adhered because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so this will go flat here and you won't see it, and the ornaments will be coming down. So I like that. I like it is a little more subtle, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that with my double-sided adhesive and come back. So now I have my pink paper adhered, and I will add some foam to these ornaments. And on the back fronts, I have all this mess that no one's gonna see it. It's gonna be a little secret between us friends, okay? So let's just add some washi tape. You can even add another paper, any cardstock that you don't use. You can add it and back this whole layout with another paper. So what I'm gonna do is just add some washi, because I will someday add these to my photo sleeves, to my layout sleeves, and put it in an album. So yeah, nothing of the back will be seen. So I have that there adhered, and I can just add some foam adhesive under. So friends, I took my layout to my machine and just added a white machine stitch all around the 3 sides here, just to add that extra texture and unify this with all the stitching on the ornaments. And I will be using a 3.5 by 5.5 photo of my 2 girls, and this is a 3 by 4, and it's of them 2 as well together. So I want to bring in some papers from the 6 by 8 paper pad, and I want to create a little frame for both photos. And I thought of bringing, since we have all the weight here, all the visual weight on the ornaments, I want to create some weight here and balance the layout out a little. So I thought of a darker pattern paper could help me do that here. And that way we bring that weight to this side. So maybe this one would be a good option, or this one here. And we could do like a lighter one. You know, this polka dot, it's not as heavy as the green. So maybe we could do these 2 patterns, the red for the bigger one and the green for the smaller one. So I think I like that one, friends. So let's create those borders and move on to the title, to the journaling, and the embellishing. So my frames, I just eyeball them, friends. There are lots of tools you can use. There are rulers, you can measure if you feel, you know, like more confident with those. But since I scrapbook so much, I already kind of know the measurements that I like. Not that I get them perfect every time, but they are good enough. So you have a paper with some fun trees here, and I'm gonna try to just leave a good amount on all 4 sides where I can actually see a little bit of those trees. Okay, there we go. You see? Not perfect, but I can move this a little if I feel like I have too little on one side and too much on the other. There we go. All right, friends, let's bring in our keys here, our patterns, our layout, and our photos. So I like that. We're bringing in the green on this side, which has more weight. And for my title, I was thinking of using the beautiful foam stickers. I have the backing still there, just to play with the placement and see if I like it. So we get this sweet memories, and I love them. You know, I really like the cursive font and how playful they are. So I love that. I want that on the left side, and as you can see, that helps with the visual weight as well. And I'm gonna bring in the ones that I stitched, so I want I have the perfect like white space here. And by white, I mean there's no face of anyone. I'm not covering anything special. It's just a window. So I can have that one there. I can bring this one here. So I just want to place things and, you know, kind of have where I want them to adhere my photos. So, you know, I really like this like pyramid, like inverted pyramid shape that I have going on here. So that's why I want to end like in a little, like in a small piece here. So I have this one. We get tons of possibilities of ornaments, friends. So let me bring in my kit here. We have smaller ornaments on the sticker sheets. We have smaller ones, I believe, in the brads. Or no. We have just candy there. So yeah, if you can look around, I'm sure we have more possibilities, but I think I'm gonna add this one or the little like bell looking ornament. Okay, now for my journaling, friends, I'm gonna bring in the fun tag from the journaling ephemera, from the journaling bits and pieces. And I love this chipboard Santa from the chipboard sticker sheet, and I think I'm gonna place him there. So you see, we have now this kind of balanced out, and we don't have all the weight up here. Okay, so I'm gonna start adhering and see if I like that or if I'm gonna change the Santa for something else. I also thought of Fussy cutting the Christmas word here and having sweet Christmas memories. So that's another option. Okay, so let me make my little pencil marks and adhere these pieces before moving on to finishing our layout. So friends, I've gone ahead and adhered my photo mats. I have my Santa adhered here. I just wanted to show you that if you don't like that fun, like peeking there or adding more colors to the bottom, you can totally use the side without the letters. I think I'm gonna leave it. I think it doesn't bother me at all, and just add to that like pyramid here and pyramid here. So I don't know what I'm doubting, friends, and sometimes I wish I could have you all here telling me, or live at least, or you could tell me yes, put it, or no, it's too much, just take it out, leave it as it is my Christmas word. I just went ahead and fussy cut it, and this is the only thing that I need to decide if I use it or not. So take a good look at it and let me know if you would add it or just take it off and leave sweet memories. You know, that's like a trapped space there, but you know, it's not that terrible. But if I bring in a little up the sweet word, this could look fun. Sweet Christmas memories. So I think I'm gonna go with that, friends. I think I'm gonna go with it, and I just need to add the final touches. I need to add some little like things floating around my Santa, maybe bringing in some of the deco brads that I love. It adds another finish, and I think my layout is done, like the bones of the idea that I had. So we said that I would add something here, right? So I'm gonna adhere that one. Oh, and one thing I need to do, friends, is just with a pencil draw my line here of the ribbon, you know, or the hanging thread there for my extra ornaments. So I'm gonna add some of that chain stitch with the burgundy color or dark red. I don't know what what that color is called exactly, but I'm gonna do the same here and just add that extra hanging thread there to hold my two ornaments. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that for this one because it will go on top of the photo. So I'm gonna leave you guys until there, and I am going to add some still shots at the end. Don't forget to check out my affiliate links down below. They won't cost you anything extra if you decide to purchase through them. It will help me in a very small way, but it helps me to create more content for you guys. It helps to level up the videos. I actually need to buy a couple of things now, a new microphone and a couple of things. So if you enjoy this content, I appreciate if you just use those affiliate links to make your purchase. Thank you so much, friends. If you have any questions, any comments, I love reading them. They make my day, friends. So thank you very much. This was Gloria Parra for Simple Stories. Until the next time, friends. Bye.